Well, I'm a novice to this, so basically it's going to be my first attempt to take apart a small tree I've got in a pot here. It's a sweet chestnut, and I'm going to be pruning the roots. Let's whip it out. I did buy a few tools in anticipation of having to do this. It's going to seem brutal. And I'm going to clear it all the way back to its bare roots. I might end up taking the hose to this. I was expecting a lot of big roots. Haven't found any yet. And it's the big roots that we want to get rid of. So I'm just using this hook really to loosen the soil. It's compacted and quake it out. The reason this is done is I need to be able to get it into smaller pots, and one of the reasons that bonsais have small leaves and grow in the way they do is because the roots are pruned. So I've somehow got to get it down to a much smaller pot. But these roots, these little ones, are the ones we want to keep. Don't need the dandelion though. Oh, found a big one. It's a bit late in the year. This is mid-March now, and I'd have liked to have done this about a month ago, but it was either too wet or too cold, and I don't have a spot indoors to do this. As it is, I'm perched on the wood pile. It's got a pest in the pot. It's one of the forms of mealybug, I think. The one that's subsoil. You get these sort of white patches. As far as I know, it's benign. I'm just going to give this a wash. Let's get this soil for a moment. So now there is a big root here, and it is going back to a large mass in the middle. Let's see if I can get rid of this. This will certainly be stopping me from going into a shallower pot. It's got to come off. Oops. So I'm taking a bit of yes, it's going to look brutal. If you watch other people who are much more experienced than me, they do it like this. Brutal, brutal, brutal. It's a bit like being a beaver. Jumping away a bit at a time. Okay. I might have to go and get a saw in a minute. All the loppers. There's a piece of root here. It's probably 2.5, 3.5 centimeters across, something like that. And I think I'm going to have to be quite brutal with it. Time for another wash. Right. Well, this looks like a solid block. There's a piece of root coming round in an L shape here. I'm going to whip that off and I should have a better idea of what's going on. It's a shame to lose a chunk of root there, but what we're interested in is really is this stuff at the top. That's my understanding. Yes. Looks like a pocket of original clay from where it was originally dug up. Not by me. Okay, so this is the taproot, and it's coming all the way along here and then going up. So I'm going to cut through here somewhere and take it out completely, and that should leave me with a more plant pot sized piece of root ball. I'll be back. Ratchet secateurs. Let's see. Oh, pretty big. Oh dear. It's turning more into a nibbling adventure rather than a cutting. You see, there's a big chunk. I've really got to take that back to about here if I'm to put it in any size, small size pot at all. Okay. Just wondering where my loppers went. Getting there. Oh, I just like that. Another wash. Alright. Well, I've discovered some things really, that these are all suckers. These little twiggy stems around here, and they're actually compounding the issue by coming from that big root block at the bottom here that I've been trying to hack away at. And so they are all going to have to come off. This one stays. This side branch here may not be part of the final tree because it's one of these techniques for increasing the girth of the main trunk is to leave low branches because they fatten it up. You know what, I think I can take more of that big taproot out now. You can see it's basically an extension of the trunk coming down. Just want to make sure I'm not taking too much of the root off. You know what, as a novice, I think I'm going to pull that done. Perhaps I'll get the rest of it off another time when I do a future repotting. It looks like I've just caught it in time. It's only just starting to show signs of bud swelling. With any luck, you'll see a picture of what I started out with by comparison just about now. I'm going to make up some new compost now, and I'll be back in a moment with a pot to put it in. Right, I've got a shallow pot here, a cactus pot really, and a bit of broken pot to cover the whole of it. And I've got some loam based compost, a few handfuls of that. I've got a couple of handfuls of sand, and that is going to be my compost. I don't go in for these pre-bought Bonsai composts. And I've forgotten one thing, and that's I'm going to put some slow release fertilizer in here. So I'm a fairly lazy gardener. I'm just going to put a sprinkling, really, not much at all, a dozen beads or so in here. Trim is what we need. Trim these longer roots off. Again, I say it looks brutal, and it probably is, but this is what people do. It's pretty good. I think I'm going to do some work on this cut point at some time. I'd like that to heal over, so I might have to cut it right back flush with the trunk and then paste it. If it was just an ordinary house plant, I wouldn't be quite so fussy about it, but don't really want to leave air pockets. And I've got to go and make some more compost up. Back in a minute. Bother with the sand this time. But the granite chips will do good. That's about it. Just going to water it until it comes out the bottom. There we go. Well, that's a first for me. Hope you enjoyed it.